More children than ever are being diagnosed with autism. Joining us with details and the takeaways for parents who are watching and listening this morning, NBC's senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres. Dr. Torres, I found this eye-opening. 20 years ago, 1 in 150 kids had autism in this country. The CDC now says that number is 1 in 36 children. Do we know what's driving the increase?
It looks like the majority of increase is because of increased awareness and screening, and that's happening right now. As a matter of fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics didn't recommend routine screening for autism until 2008. And now what they recommend is screening for autism at 18 and 24 months and developmental screening for all the other developmental milestones at 9, 18, and 30 months. And so more screening's happening, it's happening in more places, and so we're getting more diagnosis.
This study also said that it's affecting different demographics for the first time. CDC finding more than 1% of girls overall have autism. Predominantly it's been found in boys, and certain minority groups reporting more cases of the disorder than ever before. So is this, again, more screening and that's why we're catching it, or is there suddenly more prevalence in some of these groups?
And so what we think is happening is we don't really have a firm understanding of causes, but we do understand risks more. And because of those risks, they're screening more, saying, okay, you might have a risk for this, let's look at this as well. But the overall driving factor for the numbers you're seeing going up is that screening and awareness, the equity behind it. And it's happening in more minority communities, so we're getting more minorities screened and more minorities getting diagnosed. And girls on top of that, girls tended to be a little bit left behind because they paid more attention to boys and their hyperactivity than they did girls and some of their behavioral issues, and so girls are now getting screened as well. That equity is important. So overall, it's basically any gender, any race, it could happen to anyone.